everybody. My name is Ken Clark. I'm the editor of Hardware and Building Supply Dealer magazine, and this is our one-on-one video series. We're very lucky today to have Brett Thorne with us. Welcome, Brett. Not only is the operations officer for Thorne Lumber with 3 locations in Missouri, not only is Brett a participant in the recent Pro Dealer Industry Summit, where he discussed the digitalization of the industry, Brett is also the founder of the Building the Future podcast. So right there at the intersection of media, of LBM, and creativity sits Brett Thorne. Brett, say hello to our audience.
Ken, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
You know the rules of the one-on-one video series. We just ask a few questions, fire them off to you. Number one, how did you get into the industry?
Well, it's a family business, so I didn't really have a choice, Ken. It was.
Were you one of those 10? Well,
Go ahead.
I'm already talking over my guest. Were you one of those 10-year-old kids sweeping up the yard?
Absolutely, going through the nail bins, sorting out the nails, all the fun stuff. You know, everything good for a young adolescent to learn.
And Thorne Lumber, as some of our readers may or may not know, I believe it was the 2013 Independent Pro Dealer of the Year award winner. Congratulations to that. Has the business changed since then, or how has it changed?
You know, since 2013, obviously, our industry's experienced a lot of changes, most recently in the last few months, which everybody understands. I would say one of the biggest changes our industry has seen, and part of it is due to the pandemic, is our hand was forced a little bit, but things like this, you know, we really grasped technology, and I'm very proud of our industry because we really took a major step ahead from where we were to where we are now, and how we're utilizing technology for communications, for training, for so many different things. So I would say that's probably one of the biggest changes we've seen in the last decade.
And your podcast is fantastic. I haven't listened to all the episodes, but I've listened to some of the good ones. How did you get into the Building the Future podcast?
Well, so I travel between all of our locations. So I migrated a podcast years ago. It was just such a great outlet and avenue for information, whether it be for personal and or professional growth, for hobbies. You can just get so laser focused on anything you really want to find out about. I mean, whether it's a specific topic, whether it's a category of anything, you can just get so much information. And again, going back to that comment that maybe we are not as technologically advanced as some industries, I saw an opportunity there that I just thought, you know, this is such a great resource. I decided, you know, there's a few out there at the time I got started with it. I actually been thinking about it for several years. Going to roll it out at the end of 2019, but I decided I'm going to wait till January of 2020. And lo and behold, I didn't know there was a pandemic coming down the pipeline. If so, I may have held off a little bit longer because it just added chaos to an already chaotic scene. But I just decided that this was such a great thing that I wanted to try to help give back to our industry. And I thought this would be just a fantastic way to do it. Helps me grow and it helps the industry grow.
Mm-hmm. And how does it help Thorne Lumber? Can you kind of talk about that?
Absolutely. It's really given me an opportunity to deepen and strengthen my roots in the industry. First off, our industry is such a humble industry. It's a handshake industry, and everybody is so willing to help each other out. I've been able to make some connections throughout the industry that I never was able to make before, or never even attempted to make before. But some of the industry leaders that I've been able to sit down and have conversations with, it's like having a one-on-one session, which I can sit there and just really pick apart all the pieces and ask them a lot of the questions and find out, you know, what it is that makes businesses and people successful. And I just decided when I was going to do it, I'm going to do it publicly and let others take the journey with me.
I think the bar of entry has been lowered for kind of entry into the podcasting business. It used to be you needed to get a studio, a recording expert, all that kind of thing. I think the technology is there for an independent retailer, an independent business to begin. Is that what you found?
Yeah, it really wasn't too bad, especially with the all the different software platforms and stuff out there. There are bought a few little things. I mean, you can use some of the stuff that your computer comes with as far as the built-in mic, but I did buy an you can see it right here. There's a microphone there, a good headphones, so that way you don't have any of the static or any of the voiceover coming out of your speakers from your computer. But yeah, just a few little things, and then using the technology, whether it be Zoom or other platforms like Squadcast, to connect with people and to do the recordings.
What have been some of your favorite podcasts, Brett?
I've been doing this for again since January of 2020, and I release about two a month. So I am well into the 30s, which is a very low number still, but it's given me a lot of opportunity. I've really had some that were a little more unique. I was at the Do It Best show at one point, and I was just kind of running around, and I called it the Blitz. And I was just running around talking to a lot of different manufacturers of products that I just thought were a little bit cutting edge, a little bit innovative, and just really getting a lot of good data there. I did another one with some ladies that are industry leaders that I had done individual ones with them, but we decided during the pandemic we were all going to get together and just do a pretty much a virtual happy hour, and we were going to record it, and we were just going to basically be like at the bar, just talking shop and enjoying an evening. That one was a lot of fun as well.
You mentioned the pandemic and the podcast and the Do It Best markets. How excited are you personally to get back into the real face-to-face business of sharing information with industry professionals?
I'm very excited. I'm a bit of a social juggernaut to begin with, and that's kind of another thing that led me off the ledge of the podcast, diving right into it head first. But yeah, I'm really excited to get back out and see the industry faces and get out and about and enjoy what our industry has to offer.
You're getting good marks for all of your answers so far, Brett. How about your optimism for the rest of the business in 2021? Can you brush off your crystal ball and tell us how's business, and are you still seeing the demand and how the supply chain challenges kind of affect that outlook?
Sure. Our business, we are in rural markets, and we're about 70% of our business is to a professional. And I say a professional is somebody doing it for a paycheck, whether it be a full-time deal or a part-time gig, but somebody doing it for income. And from our standpoint, I mean, everything still looks very strong. We have a lot of repeat business, a lot of contractors we deal with on a regular basis, and they're all saying that their pipeline's full. I mean, they've got work booked out till easily into next year. They've just got a lot going on. The demand is still very high. The supply chain has really created a lot of struggles and a lot of speed bumps, and that's going to continue, I think, for a while until everything gets caught back up and they get back on pace. But what we're hearing from the field is that everything is looking strong, everything is looking good through the year. Plus, everything I read in all the industry reports and publications, it sounds like things are going to keep going for a while.
And last question has to do with the title of your podcast, Building the Future. Do you expect dramatic, radical changes for the way building products are passed through the distribution channels, or do you kind of see incremental changes? Or give us your elevator pitch for the future of this industry.
The pass along, I would say you're going to see a lot more using that technology. I think that's probably one thing that we're going to see coming down the pipeline is you're going to see a lot more people going to apps, probably from the retail side. Apps seems to be the way to go, where people have that direct connection with their customer at the touch of a button. You look at a lot of the other industries, whether it be banking or obviously other retail, apps is the way that everybody is going. And that's the way the market is kind of shifting. So I see that potentially coming to our industry at some point, to where those providers have that direct connection with their customer. On the taking it at a level deeper, looking at maybe the suppliers and the wholesale side, you've seen a lot of progress from them utilizing technology as far as the programs they have available, showing the products they have. You look at some companies like Simpson Strong Tie, and you go to their YouTube channel, and it's amazing how many tutorial videos and stuff they have. Pretty much any product they've got, if you want to figure out how to use it, you don't have to get a user manual anymore. You just go and you watch the video. And I mean, that is the world as a whole. And our industry really is starting to adapt to that and use that.
We're talking with Brett Thorne. Brett, thank you so much for joining us. Brett, again, is the founder, host of Building the Future podcast. And you can find that pretty much anywhere you get your podcasts. Is that right, Brett?
That is absolutely right, Ken.
Thanks so much for joining us. And thanks to our audience for watching today.
Thank you.